Hi, I'm Katie Hoffman. I'm a freshman at Clay City High School. I'm in FFA and 4-H, BPA, and Student Interact.
My name is Curtis, and I am a senior at Terre Haute South. The current church I am attending is Grace Tabernacle in Blandford, Indiana.
I just heard other perspectives, I guess, like scientific perspectives, if that's what some people would call it, I guess. But I didn't really know what to believe in, so I just I said that I was an atheist, but I guess I was more of an agnostic. I didn't really see the truth in anything, but I didn't know that with God, you accept God through faith. You learn everything about God through your faith in Him, because you can't put God in like a test tube, and I had that, I really wanted to know, if there was a God, I really wanted to know that, and it just kept on eating at me, just through my time without, having God in my life. And I just decided one day I was just gonna believe in.
Well, I was raised in a Christian family, so I basically was raised like this. But throughout time, I just got more curious with how the world worked and everything that happened in it. And so I started experimenting with things that I'm not proud of right now, or I'm not ever proud of. And so this past year, I went to a church camp and I decided to accept my calling of the Lord. My calling is to give those who are lost or seeking hope or joy or something, and just give them that hope and joy and that find.
A couple years ago, I had a really hard time, and I found out that I was crooked and I was gonna have rods in my back. And not being in any control over that was really hard, because I had to put my total trust in God that He was gonna help me through it, because I was gonna be asleep during that time, so I couldn't do anything about it. And so now I have 2 rods in my back, and I wouldn't take it back because I've been able to build my faith a lot.
I feel like it's really important to keep a Christian presence on the campus, because whenever you go to church camp and stuff, everybody's happy, everybody's joyful, everybody's got like there's no problems in the world. Everybody's just always so loving and caring. And so if that's the way it is with Christian presence, then if that's in school, nothing would ever be sad or lonely or depressing. Everyone would be happy.
Ultimately, I'd like just God's presence to be more active here, just like it was, in our country a long time ago. And I mean, that was the whole point of the public school system, I think, was to teach children how to read the Bible. I think that was the whole point. Since then, we've come to here we are now, or where we are now.
Today, kids' needs are the same as kids' needs several generations ago. They have questions that they need answers to, and they need to feel loved. Now, the questions that they have are a lot different than the questions that kids had generations ago, because we live in a different culture than we did then, but we still have the same needs. A lot of kids ask me questions like, how did the Bible get put together? How do we know the Bible is true? Doesn't science disprove the Bible? Is it okay to be homosexual? And things like that. And we have to be prepared with answers. And so on my folder that I take to school, I have a Bible verse that reminds me to always be prepared to give an answer. It's 1 Peter 3:15, and it says, always be prepared to give an answer to everyone who asks you to give the reason for the hope that you have, but do this with gentleness and respect. And that reminds me that even though it's really awkward sometimes, to keep on giving answers when they ask the difficult questions.
I mean, in the school right now, there isn't really a Christian presence, and just walking through, that's why I'm so glad for Mondays and Fridays to go through those things, because they are a refreshment, because schools these days, they don't have a Christian presence, they have a negative Christian presence, and it's so strong that it just pushes sin right onto people's lives. We have a lesson by Pastor Jim, and he brings in donuts, and he teaches kids on Monday just about God and about everything, just to make sure that they get refreshed in the Monday mornings. And then on Friday, the YFC Youth for Christ meets in clubs, and we talk about Christ as well, and then we just get refreshed with that as well.
That's something I look forward to every day, every Wednesday is going to Youth for Christ. And it's just something really cool to look forward to, because it's a really fun time to be with my Christian friends.
If I couldn't have my faith anymore, I would probably go back to the way I was, and the way I was not good. I do not enjoy even thinking about it as much, because I did not like that me. And through my faith, it allowed me to overcome that and to keep pushing past it and to fight through it always. If I didn't have my faith, I'm afraid I might not be able to fight it.
They need Jesus, I think. I think that because through him and his sacrifice, you know, we don't have to be held accountable for our sins. And ultimately through the Christian faith, you can see true perspective of the world and just the way that things are, and through God and such. And you can't do that with any other religion.
My faith means everything to me. Like, I don't know that I could be where I am today without it, because there's so many difficult times through school and stuff. Sometimes a lot of years are really easy and really fun, but there are also a lot of years that it's this is really hard. And so that just helps me to keep on going and remember that I have hope in Jesus.